Make sure you watch PinUps, Cool Cats, and Comics on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Hello and welcome to another episode of PinUps, Cool Cats, and Comics. I am Dennis with my co-host Teresa.
Hi guys.
And tonight on the show we have Jay, aka Fat Jay.
What's up?
And we'll get to him in a little bit. First, we'll recap last week. We want to thank Amy for coming
My
down.
beautiful Amy, yes, absolutely.
And we had an interesting discussion with her.
We did, yeah.
And, basically it was, what do you own?
Yeah.
Do you own your own dance? Do you own your own tattoo? If you buy one, do you own it? It was an interesting discussion that we had going on for a while.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to get a tattoo artist in here to get their point of view.
Yeah, I was just say I'd like to go further because I know you said an artist that might be interesting in coming down and really find out what their opinion is. But I will we'll keep them informed on that.
Well, yeah.
I have some bad news. My show on February 6th at Bar Louie is canceled. Unfortunately, they also had paint night scheduled for that night.
That's a bummer.
And didn't realize, so it was a little conflicting. So was the Comedy World, right?
Should do both. I mean,
yeah, a little comedy while painting. I'd
Yeah,
go for
why
that.
not? I'd go.
I should go down there. It'd be funny watching me paint, probably to tell my jokes because I have
do it
no
while you're painting.
I have no artistic abilities.
Those things are fun though. They will show you like step by step how to make things.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll have to go anyway.
They're fun.
I was always kind of curious about it, but I draw.
I have I'm artistic in a very messy kind of way. I could never look at a vase and then boom, paint a vase, But when you go these paint nights things, I do step by step, like any
Right.
idiot can do it,
See, if I did paint by numbers, color by
And
numbers,
you
that
can
was
drink, So
good. That's
like
true. I could just blame it. I could say a pregame that
liquid
was
courage always gives you a little extra skill.
No, not me. I paint like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, but
With my right hand, but he's actually lefty.
it's
That's what mine
literally.
looked like.
I've been to a few with some of my girlfriends, and it's literally okay, we're going to start off. You're going to paint the line, and then a half hour later, you have this awesome painting.
Is it like Bob, that guy?
Bob Ross.
Oh,
It's
some happy little trees.
It's definitely not as relaxing.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit. Maybe I'll go there.
You and
anyway.
V should do a date night and paint.
Hey,
get drunk.
With the people I was supposed to hang out on Wednesday, if you still want to go to Bar Louie and do paint night, let me know. Maybe we'll do that after.
We'll definitely call the bar because sometimes you have to get certain seats. They only have X amount of seats, so you have to call in advance. Which is probably why they had to cancel the show. It's probably easier to cancel that than call
Right.
X amount of people and be like, by the way.
Yeah, 'cause we all know comics are the bottom of the barrel.
It's a tough life, man.
Yeah.
It really is,
But the show on Thursday, February 7th at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club, that is still on. So make sure you're there for that. It's Aragona's comedy thing. So I'm sure, like Buteri usually has a lot of good comedians on there. So
There'll be a good lineup.
Yeah.
Normally is.
yeah. And it's going to warm me up because I still have my contest coming up March 23rd at the Loft in Belmore. Are you in that one?
No, I won it last year, so.
Oh, so he's too
Oh,
good.
okay.
He's
All
too
right,
good
well.
for
Sorry.
you now.
I don't know if I'm going to be a judge. I don't know because
That'd be cool.
Billy Geyer had won the one I won, so he was the judge and he performed. I don't know how
All right,
it's going to be
that's
this
not
year.
bad. So just let me know how much it costs afterwards.
The Loft is nice, though. Have you been there before?
Not for comedy. I went to see Aquaman there, actually, so I walked up and just took a look. And
It's a
saw
nice
what it was
little
all
spot,
about.
and they give you
It does
free
look cool.
popcorn. You can't really complain about that.
I'm in. But I like the contest because the first contest I entered, I knew I had no shot at. Never did it before. I just kind of wanted to get the experience. And then the second one I went into was the one that Paul Bond was headliner and judge, and I took second in that. And I don't know if I would have won first. I'm not saying I would have, but I didn't have enough to qualify for the first place prize.
Right. You have to have.
So now this would be third, so maybe the third time's a charm.
Who won the one?
Don't ask me. I don't even remember. I know he was really funny. He definitely deserved it.
Looks like Hawaiian pizza's coming up already. Hi, Frank.
Yes, I want to talk about that. I was actually going to ask him about that. So let's hold on. Let's get into first.
Did they say ask the fat guy about the Hawaiian pizza?
No.
Okay.
The big guy.
They kind of did, though.
No, big guy and fat guy
they
are very
they kind
different.
of did.
But anyway, let's do the sponsor first, and we'll get into the show. Because I do want to talk about the Better Half podcast, because there is some cross-show stuff going on. We might have to have a group thing on that too.
I would
we'll have to,
love that.
But anyway, Kayla Logistics. We want to give a shout out to Frank Zambuto at Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. I feel like Jesus or something. I'm echoing. Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. Moving products you use every day across the country and around the world. Contact Frank Zambuto for all of your domestic and international logistic projects. Frank has over 20 years experience working with many name brand companies in the apparel, cosmetic, as seen on TV, and electronic industries. For trucking, air, and ocean cargo in all 7 continents, all you need is one solution. To all Cool Cat listeners, just mention our show, and Frank will offer a free cost and transit time analysis for all of your cargo. When cost and time matter, we deliver. Frank Zambuto and K Logistics, where your business is our priority. And how can we reach Frank?
Frank's direct line is 347-536-3933, and his email is frank@kaylalogistics.com.
And Frank is awesome, can definitely answer all your questions. One of the hardest workers, if not the hardest worker I know.
Absolutely.
He's all about business, and definitely reach out to him. So, speaking of Franks, I want to talk about our buddy Frank Messina and Larry Mormon from the Better Hair Podcast.
Look at you guys.
And what they decided to do was, because I have put on Facebook and we discussed on the show pineapple on pizza before.
Okay.
So I had posted pictures of me getting it and eating it. The first time I went to Domino's, because I don't know anyone else who makes it. But then I found that Vincenzo's in Belmore had it out. You know how they have all the different slices out? I saw Hawaiian pizza. I was like, awesome. I was like, I'll take both of them. I brought it home and I posted the pictures on Facebook because that's what you do. And
Otherwise,
I ate
it didn't happen.
And let me tell you, that was, because it's real pizza. It's not, the Domino's guy. It was phenomenal, and I loved it. And of course, I think there's less controversy over Republican and Democrats than they are when it comes to does pineapple belong on pizza. So there was a big
It's
internet
definitely a
fight
fiery
over it.
subject. People definitely feel very strongly about it.
Yes, and they're very opinionated about it. So what happened was Larry and Frank differed on it as well as we did. So Frank went to Vincenzo's and bought 2 slices, one for him and one for Larry. And on their upcoming show, which I'm sure Frank can post the information when it's going to be on, he had them try it. Now,
Ick.
I think Larry was being a bit of a baby about it. He was acting like it was the worst thing that he's ever had. But if you like pineapples, if you like ham and you like pizza, it's not like oh my God, let me chug a soda down and get the taste out of my mouth. It's really good, and I think he was just doing that just to prove Frank and I wrong. But what's your take on it?
Not a pineapple on pizza guy. I'm old school Italian. Yeah, there's no pineapple on pizza.
Well, let's see, because I do have some Italian in me too, and Messina obviously is an Italian name. What does that have to do with it? Because if you go to a pizza place, there's everything on pizza.
Okay, I get that, and I know it's going to sound weird when I say it, but, everyone thinks, oh, the fat guy, they'll eat anything. I'm really a picky fat guy. Like, I really am. My family would chime in a second. I like to keep it simple. If it's something I like, I'll stick with it. I'm not adding. I wouldn't even try it. I mean, if someone wanted to pay me like $5, try this.
But hold on, because you can't say you don't like it if you haven't tried it. But the old school thing doesn't, because I'm picky about what I eat too. But at the same time, I'll try something and then decide if I don't like it or not.
Yeah, no,
I don't like anchovies on pizza.
Then you're not that picky if you're willing to try something.
No, picky means, hey, I tried this, I don't like it, I'm not eating it, or get this away.
But that's the same. That's the same
No,
thing.
I don't think so. I think some people are very picky. Like I have to have
Well, I feel like this is going to be a spectrum conversation. From
grade A. I only want prime chopped beef, but then White Castle's good too.
Yeah, that's 2 different things.
Yeah, that's super different.
It's not really though, because again, I don't like anchovies. I don't like them at all. So I sure as hell don't like them on pizza.
Would you try them?
I have, and I don't like them.
You see, I wouldn't even do that. No,
so I don't like it on pizza, but I'm not going to say anchovies don't belong on pizza, and if you eat anchovies on pizza, you're stupid. But why? I don't like it. I don't like it. Doesn't mean someone else doesn't.
People like different things.
Yeah.
It's going to air on Wednesday, iTunes, and everywhere you can find a podcast. Frank is full-blooded Italian and is a quality slice.
See, those are fighting words.
Yes.
But see, I don't care if you like pineapple pizza. My husband's best friend passed away in October, and to honor him, I have to hate pineapple Hawaiian pizza because he hated Hawaiian pizza. There were literally debates all over his Facebook, even to this day.
Salad doesn't belong on pizza. And yet there's plenty of salad slices out there, mainly Caesar salad.
Yeah, but there's cheese and stuff in salad, so it's like...
But lettuce, why would you put lettuce on a pizza?
Why'd you put pineapple on
Okay,
pizza?
but you see now,
Because pineapple's a
you
topping.
can't really compare because,
See?
okay, so Caesar salad comes with croutons in it,
Okay.
Boom.
and you know, bread from the pizza crust in the Caesar, I guess, makes it like the croutons. I'm gonna give you a little fat guy trick. If you like Caesar salad, forget the pineapple pizza, get a Caesar salad, and have the guy cut up 4 garlic knots and put it in the Caesar salad, and eating a good meal. You know.
Well, that's good too.
That actually sounds fantastic.
But I'll tell you, Larry, you're full of it. I saw you were making that face before the slice even went
Larry,
in
I've
your
been
mouth.
waiting for you.
And then he chugged a whole can of soda to get the icky taste out.
I really need
But
to
you know, there's a lot of things,
see
Doctor.
this.
Bacon
Listen
doesn't
to
belong
this.
in ice cream. And I know you take on bacon, so I don't.
All right,
when
so
bacon hit its
before-
fad, they were putting bacon in
No,
everything.
wait a minute. But
Everything.
before I stopped eating certain meats, particularly anything pig related, Jay from my old boss from the pool hall, who was an excellent cook and was a very good friend of mine, made me homemade chocolate covered bacon, and it was out of this world.
Okay, so something that you didn't think would go together, you tried it and it was good, huh?
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Score one for us, the good guys,
No,
Frank.
no.
Score one for the good
That's
guys.
not how it works.
You know what belongs on pizza as a topping?
Cheese.
Anything that the person enjoys on it.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. It's not about being old school or being Italian.
But okay, so wait a minute. You're
Or what belongs
contradicting
to doesn't
yourself
belong.
too, because you're arguing that you would try it and that it's good and that it's amazing.
Wait, I mean,
Well, because other people don't like it, other people like it. What's the
Right.
difference?
because you can't say that it doesn't belong on there. And that
I
if
never said
someone
it
eats
doesn't
it's
belong
gross.
on there.
Well, that's the fight. The whole thing is pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, and people that eat it are. Let's see. See?
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying. Tony's saying pineapple on
Yeah,
pizza
but
is gross.
Tony's
and
saying
should be abolished.
it in a heated manner because we've done this before, and we will always respect Flo. Rest in peace, my love. Because of his hatred for it.
I'm just going to say that if you put something on top of something and enjoy it, it belongs there. People put V, I know she's moving, so she's probably not listening. She told me about some weird things people put on ice cream. That I hear it, and it's gross. But would I try it? Probably, because when we went to...
Would you try mayonnaise and ice cream?
Oh, God.
Both of you.
If someone else said it was phenomenal, and they meant it, maybe I would try like a little...
What about
Piece of it.
mustard ice cream?
That sounds good, actually.
Oh, gross.
I don't like mustard, so I can't really answer that.
I'm German. My family would stop talking to me if I didn't like mustard.
Larry says salmonella doesn't belong on pizza. Doesn't mean... Wait, I can't see anymore. Salmonella doesn't belong on pizza. Doesn't mean it should be allowed. He wants to bury the hatchet with the topic. So in other words, if salmonella doesn't belong on there, then no bacon pizza either, right? That's what you're saying, no bacon. Actually, you know what? There's a lot of diseases you get from meat. Let's take all meat off pizza. No chicken anymore. No meatballs. Ah, it's a different story now, Larry, isn't it? There we go. And you tell him, Frank, this is gold.
So I'm gonna give a fat guy perspective.
Yeah,
So
jump
you
in.
had,
this.
you know, whatever. You went to whatever pizzeria.
Vincenzo's in Belmont.
Vincenzo's, okay. Let's just say you had $7. You wanted to get those 2 slices and a Coke, right?
Right.
I wouldn't waste the $7. I'd get the ones I like that I know I'm gonna like.
No, that I understand. I'm not saying you should
Because
go
what
out
if you
and buy
didn't
it.
like it? What if you didn't like it? You're
Then
like, oh,
it's
I
a
just
waste.
wasted $7.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But I'm
And then
just
you're
saying.
still hungry. Now you gotta go back to Vincenzo's.
But
to
if I went there and I saw you order a pizza with anchovies, I wouldn't go, oh my God, this guy's disgusting. How can you
Oh,
do
no,
that?
you see,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't
But no,
care.
but
I don't
people-
care what you eat on
Yeah.
pizza.
People don't really do that to your face. Everybody.
When I posted that on Facebook,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
your
attacked.
that's your friends
How
or
can
people that
eat
you
that?
know.
And that's what I'm saying. I could eat it because I enjoy it.
Yeah, but when you go out and someone's eating something, you're not going to sit there and ridicule them, at least not to their face. You might say to your friend like, you know, but like you're not going to sit there and tear them down because who cares?
See, but I do get ridiculed. Like, I like 10 Splendors in my coffee. If I'm going to get a large coffee, there's 10 Splendors in it. Or if I go like next door to Dunkin', I'm going to get 8 pumps of caramel in my
But what do you
latte.
mean you get ridiculed? They have a problem with that?
Oh my God, how could you put Splenda in there? That's so much.
Like people that you don't know?
Yeah, my friends, everyone, like co-workers.
See, to me,
10
that would be
o'clock.
too sweet.
See, I would just tell somebody to fuck off.
But again, I'm not drinking it.
I'm all for that too.
And that's what
know?
it is. It's about fair. You know what? This is a good life lesson too. Because just because you don't like something doesn't mean it should be banned and nobody else should have it. Does pineapple belong on pizza? If you don't like it, no. If you do, yes. That's the simple way.
So it's just how life in general should be. If you don't
Right.
like it, don't get it.
Exactly. But I will fight the fight and say that pineapple does belong on pizza.
But you just said you'll fight the fight, motherfucker. You can't have it all. You can't.
Because when I have it and people attack me, I will fight back.
All right, you're allowed to fight back and defend yourself.
All right, Larry, I almost questioned the guy at the pizzeria who ordered the pineapple pizza. But Dennis, Teresa, I want to bring the love back to the 2 shows. How can I fix this? I think we're going to need to sit down and break bread. What we'll do is we'll get a pie. We'll get half Hawaiian, half whatever you and Teresa want, and we'll sit down and we'll settle this like adults.
I love this idea. That's a good idea.
Frank and I will have the Hawaiian half, and you and Teresa can have the crappy half.
Can I come to the breaking bread session?
Fuck yeah, you can.
I would
don't
leave
know
it up
who
to
the
them
other
too,
guys
but
are,
yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it.
I'll suck
The
down
more
a
the
slice of
merrier.
If you guys don't mind Fat Jay coming too, he could be the mediator.
I'll do that.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
And John Piazza wants in too. His name is close to pizza, so I think he should be an authority on
Got
the
it,
subject.
yeah.
What's your take on it, John? What do you think? Is it okay if somebody likes Hawaiian pizza to order Hawaiian pizza? And we'll see what he has.
Thanks, Tom.
So, okay, I want to go back to
It sounds
being
like we're
attacked.
dominating the good half.
I want to go back to being attacked and like something that happens to me every single day almost.
Yeah, I wanna.
When I'm in my office at work, my regular day job, I crack open a can of Coca-Cola Classic at about 10:15 in the morning, and you hit,
Cute.
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're drinking Coke so early? It tastes just as good at 10:15 in the morning as it does at 4 in the afternoon." But people think you shouldn't have it. It's like pineapple. No, don't have that.
But I think
I
it's
agree.
environment
I
because
don't get that either.
like all my friends that crack open a beer before noon, no other bartender that I'm friends with will judge you for that. But if you go outside of that environment, people are going to judge you for that. I think it's just your environment.
I think people should just stop judging.
I think so too.
Just want to catch up before we wrap up the pineapple pizza thing. Frank, yes, we could all agree that garlic on pizza is good. Well, maybe I should ask you for, is garlic good?
Well, yeah.
Garlic on pizza is, I mean...
It's already in
It's
the
already
sauce.
in it,
It's
yeah.
already there. So that's what I'm saying. I think I can speak for all of us when we say garlic is fine. John Piazza said, sure, some guys like small fish on pizza. Pineapple is acceptable. Thank you, John. I will accept his. Because, again, you take the I out, the A out, it's pizza. So he has authority.
Tony, what did we have when we were at your friend's wedding
That's
upstate?
it.
What was that cantaloupe and something?
Oh no, it's prosciutto and melon.
No, I don't think
Honeydew?
It was something different though, because I've had that before.
That's delicious.
But it was something different, and I don't remember it. I got very drunk at this wedding.
V was listening. She did answer my question, and I was going to bring that up too, but I wasn't going to name you. Balsamic vinegar on vanilla ice cream apparently is a thing. To me, that sounds disgusting. But would I try it? Yeah.
I would try it.
I would
There's
try
two
it.
different types of balsamic.
Yeah.
You have that real thick one that's like
The
sweet.
reduction.
I could see that on a little vanilla. That might be okay.
Yeah.
But right out of the liquidy one.
And V also put sugar in hot chocolate, which I looked at. I'm like, what are you, insane? Because hot chocolate to me is already sweet.
No, that's
So you're
normal
sweetening
to me.
sweet. So again, everybody has different taste
It was
palates.
watermelon and goat cheese.
Oh, that sounds
It was
good.
with, I think, balsamic. It was really good.
That sounds good.
It was good. I think I ate like the whole little plate of it. That was for
And
everybody.
I'll bring Paul Louis up again. They had a and V, if you remember the name of it. It was basically a Bloody Mary, but it was made with Guinness. And other stuff.
Ooh.
And I looked at the ingredients. I was like, that sounds disgusting. I want one. And then Wade's just kind of laughs because no, it's really good. I was like, I know, because it doesn't seem like any of these things belong together. I have to try it, and it was phenomenal. It was really good. And if we go Wednesday, I'm definitely gonna get one of those.
Have you ever had a breakfast shot? So it's Jameson, like some kind of maple liqueur, and orange juice, and it
don't think
tastes
so.
like a full breakfast. You'll vomit if you have too many, but they're delicious.
Oh, you've seen me drink.
A customer
we did
busted
have,
my balls so long. He's like, you have to make it, you have to make it, you have to make it. And we had Georgie like pancake or waffle, like some kind of gross liquor. We made it, and it was really good. The Georgie could have been why, that made the hangover so much worse, but it was delicious.
The time I went to Salem with Anya and V, and we met Britt and her husband there, the hotel had a breakfast martini, I want to call it, but it had bacon bits in there, and it tasted almost like a waffle. It was really good. And I agree with you. First of all, everybody can be on different schedules. When I get home at 8 in the morning, that's like happy hour for me. So if I want to crack open a beer, or if I want to have something, who cares? And again, I agree with you. If you want to get up first thing in the morning, have a soda, or the last thing before I go to bed at night, have a cup of coffee, who cares? If it doesn't affect the person, I don't know why they care about it.
So you can drink coffee and go right to bed?
Oh yeah,
Me too.
Doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, I can
Really?
drink 4 Red Bulls.
I can't do that.
2 espressos and go right to sleep.
John says you look like Anne Hathaway.
Thank you.
And I don't know what Frank's talking about being insane, because there's a lot of stuff he said that's insane. And Larry wants to know, is salt in chocolate milk a real thing? I saw it on Modern Family. It could be. Because there's everything. I remember, I'm going to show my age a little bit here, watching Laverne and Shirley when she used to
I love that.
mix milk and Pepsi.
That's
And
a thing.
Of course,
That is a thing.
I had to try it. I didn't like it, but it
I too have tried it.
Did you like it?
I didn't hate it, but I didn't ever do it again.
Yeah.
So
It's funny, too. I never liked cream soda.
love cream soda.
But I like alcoholic drinks that taste like cream soda. So I don't fully
anything with
understand
alcohol kind of, that
Maybe
saying,
that's what
people
it
will
is.
judge you for drinking soda,
Yeah.
or they won't drink soda because it's bad for you, and then you give them a Jack and Coke, they're like, oh yeah, sure, thanks. Once you put alcohol in something, it's
That's true. So I think we can put the pineapple thing to bed right now, and we will sit down and break bread with the Better Half podcast guys. Listen
I
to
love
them
it.
Wednesday. You could actually hear Larry cry.
I actually really want to hear it. I don't want to hear you cry, Larry, but I want to experience that with you guys.
So now, I know you're a little bit of a celebrity.
No, not really.
You made it on TV.
I did.
Yay!
I made it on Instagram, on Bleacher Report, and the Fat Lives Matter shirt was recognized. I was, being called the real MVP. So we sold a couple of them and trying to get the Fat Lives Matter out there.
Couple of hundred, that is.
Couple hundred.
Did okay.
And
Oh, unless the IRS is listening, he sold 2.
Three.
Three.
Yeah, I actually took my nephew. He's a diehard Thunder fan, so what cheaper way to go than to go to Philly to watch them there? We got seats right behind the bench, and there was a part where Raymond Felton and Paul George were mic'd up. And then when we got home that night, he got the alert, and he saw, oh, who's the fat guy with the Fat Lives Matter shirt? So he was all excited about that.
How cool
So,
is that?
That's so cool.
He started tagging me, oh, that's my uncle, that's my uncle. So made a Instagram, and we just shipped out 487 shirts.
Wow, that's awesome.
All across the country, and the best part is they have my name on the back. So one day, if they're ever in New York, maybe they'll come to a comedy show.
Well, maybe they could be your gate to tour.
Maybe.
Hey, I'm the guy that made the shirts. Hire me, and
I'd like to do that too, whatever. I just want to make the world fat people friendly, like you want to make the, pineapple
friendly?
pizza friendly. Just want everyone to be fat people friendly, that's all.
I think that's fair.
I could go for that. I'm all right with that.
You're both looking at me.
I actually
Yeah.
had a moment, speaking of celebrity status, I told you guys before, you do the joke about your t-shirt, the lady taking
Yes.
the picture, and your head wasn't in it. So I'm at work the other day, and I thought, I was all excited. Some guy recognizes me, He goes, hey, are you Joey? Hey, Joe, Fat Joe, whatever. I'm like, no, I'm Jay, but I do stand-up. That's how you know me? He goes, no, you're going to be on my wife's podcast on Monday. She showed me a picture. I was like, I was all disappointed after that. But I was hoping
Wah,
maybe
wah.
one day I'll get that shot at fame.
Well, I say Instagram famous.
That's it. That's what they
you're
say.
there. Now you started basically the same time I did, right?
I did.
And you've come leaps and bounds since then, because we met in Paul's class.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
He actually was doing stand-up for a while already and trying out material, and I was there going with a pen and paper going, how do I write material? You remember that? It was a little awkward, but he did his thing that night, and since then, you've won a couple of contests, right?
I just
Not
won
just one.
the Aragona.
Was
I
it?
finished second in the BBM contest. that
Okay,
they had.
that's right. You were second.
And I was just trying to get out there. I enjoy doing it, like to make people laugh, and same thing I know you do.
And you've been working a lot. I know I see you always doing something.
I'm trying, trying to get out there. It's tough, we got to bring people and all that, but
Right.
just keep doing it. Hopefully one day,
Do you have anything coming up soon?
I
mean,
do,
We'll revisit again before the end, but
March 9th at the Onyx Theater. That's almost sold out. There's 10 tickets left, so if you have money, buy some tickets this Saturday. I'm doing a Paul Bond benefit show the 15th for the
Nice.
Adoption Center.
I wish I was off. I'd love to go to that show.
Round 2 in Bohemia. Then I'm going to be at Mulcahy's on March 3rd for a fundraiser. And then March 3rd, I'm going to be back here at Strong Island Television for their monthly Shopper Showcase.
Oh, very
I'm
cool.
going to be co-hosting that again. Thank God Rudy asked me to be on it again, so I guess I did good yesterday.
That's awesome.
And that's it.
And speaking of Strong Island, let's cross promote a little bit. First of all, tune into Strong Island Television. There's a lot of great shows on here. We want to welcome back Cyclone.
Yeah.
Cyclone was the guy on right before us, if you don't know. His show is basically all about fighting sports. It doesn't matter if it's boxing, wrestling, hockey, whatever it is. He focuses a lot on MMA from the parts I see, but he knows his stuff, and he's been ill for the last few weeks, so it was nice to see him back. And obviously you have the Shop Showcase, which you were on last
Yesterday.
night's episode, so you can check that out because they're all
They had a lot of good
archived.
vendors on there. Valentine's Day is coming up. There's some discounts if you want to go on and buy something. And then there's Rudy's Room. I was on that. And I'm just waiting for Benny to put me on his show one day as a co-host.
If you're listening, Benny, there he is. You can take him.
We were on Rudy's Room together. That's how I met Benny. But yeah, I want to be on his show.
But yeah,
too.
there's a lot of good shows on here, a lot of good variety. And you get a lot of DJs, a lot of comedians, because I know they had the Left to Save Live show on here
Yeah,
as well.
I was on
with
that
those
too
guys.
once.
So, they put a lot of good shows on this network, and
They
you
do,
should check
yeah.
all of them out. A lot of variety, like I said. I know there's workout shows.
I don't tune into those. I don't watch those.
I like to think one day I will work out again, but then I go home and eat pineapple pizza. Frank, hopefully you can come back. I'll see you later. He said he's going to put the little guy to sleep, so he's going to try to tune back in. But we will figure that out. We will get something together where we can.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be really cool.
So, another news: the Super Bowl was yesterday, and that basically says it all. That's about as exciting as the game was. I believe it was the lowest scoring game.
I actually don't know anything about the game other than every meme and ridiculous thing I saw about Maroon 5 on Facebook. It was the first. I didn't even turn on the television. It was the first game that I never saw. It was actually the first Super Bowl I didn't work in 10 years.
Oh, you didn't work yesterday?
I didn't work
Oh, okay.
yesterday. I was supposed to be upstate, and we ended up coming home Saturday night, and Tony had to work from home all day, and I don't give a shit. So.
I really didn't either. I cared about my boxes coming out because I wanted to
Oh,
win
I
money.
did get a couple of boxes, but.
Who would have thought 3-3 would have been a great box to have, especially
crazy.
for a final? Unfortunately, I had 3-3, but it was the other way around.
You still win.
Kidding. I didn't have 3-3.
Oh, okay.
If I did, I'd be
Yeah,
drinking right
I just
now.
saw all the ridiculous memes about Maroon 5 sucking really bad, and I didn't watch it, so I can't really weigh in if they were bad or not.
Here's the thing, and I'm surprisingly going to defend Maroon 5. Everyone listens to, I don't even want to say the CDs, because I don't even listen to CDs anymore. Everyone
Their
listens
music?
to these recorded, studio recorded versions of these songs, where if you mess up, you go over You have all these effects on your voice, helping you pitch and your tone out, the background music, this, that, and the other thing. And then when you go live, they expect the exact same thing. And anyone who grew up in the 70s or the 80s knows that's not true.
Right.
Anyone who sings knows that's not true. There's only so many things you can do when you're performing night after night, when you're running around, when your nerves are going, you didn't get enough sleep, you drank too much, you get in the car.
I get
Anything
it.
could affect your voice.
I get it.
I didn't see it, so again, I heard that he was flat and whatever. But the guy's performing live at the Super Bowl. I give him credit because at least he wasn't lip syncing like most people do. I know the
I
Red Hot
also
Chili
heard
Peppers,
that all
when
the money
performed,
that
were
they
upset.
got, they donated to charity.
Yes,
which is
$500,000.
like very
a
fucking
lot.
cool.
I mean, granted, they don't need it. They're a successful band, but you don't have
very,
to do it, and
yeah,
they did it.
but still big deal.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers wanted to play the Super Bowl in one year, and their instruments weren't even plugged in. They didn't want to do it. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers were the anti-establishment band, if you're familiar with them at all. So they were so upset by it, they were purposely like stopping and showing that they weren't playing. And then they immediately afterwards jumped on and apologized to their fans and said, look, we were offered the Super Bowl. How do you say no?
Right.
But then when they said, look, we got like 6 minutes to get the stage going, and we got this time to break it down, we got this going, that going, you can't play live. You just can't do it. We don't have enough time to set up. And they bought it at the time, but then they said that was the exact opposite of the message they put out there, and they would never do it again. So if Adam went out there, or whatever his name is, sang.
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine, I almost said Lambert, that's why I stopped. Adam Levine went out there and sang and was a little off, at least he sang. He could have went out there and pressed play.
You know, what I don't
and
understand,
did what
like,
everybody else did.
I don't have any musical talent. It's something that annoys the shit out of me because both my parents are very, very musically talented. But like, maybe because I don't have any musical talent, I don't pick up on that stuff. I probably would have been like, yeah, they're fucking awesome, and would have dropped it and not even noticed. Like, who are these people that are sitting there saying how bad they were? Because
Someone sitting home
sing?
that can't do anything.
Right. So
Someone sitting home with absolutely no talent, but a keyboard, so all of a sudden they're the expert on vocal tones. And again, I'm not saying
Did
it's the
you
greatest
watch
thing in
the
the
Super Bowl?
world.
I did. I'm not a Maroon 5 fan. And again, I don't have that musical talent, so I couldn't tell you if he was flat. I'm a hip-hop reggae guy, and I know you play in the band, so you would know that type of stuff. I wouldn't know. But my crowd was coming off with the whole shirt-off thing.
Right.
You know, when they said Janet Jackson's one nipple had
I
more
heard that
effect
too,
than
yeah.
his two.
Yeah.
But and then I saw
wasn't that also a while? When was Janet Jackson on the Super Bowl with
was a
the
long time ago.
it was a long
wardrobe
time.
malfunction? That was a long time
yeah,
ago.
it had to be like 06, 07.
Yeah.
I saw
I
a
feel like
fat
it's not
guy
really
today.
fair to compare that incident to
People don't want to
Adam
let
ripping
anything
his
go.
shirt off.
You know, people go back and get offended by stuff that happens 50 years ago. So things will never go away. At some point, 20 years from now, someone's going to be offended that he was flat shamed for his vocal, or shirt shamed for his
It's like
shirt.
what?
You know, because people are just insane. I mean, the guy went
Oh,
out
I
and
saw
performed
an
in the
article
Super Bowl.
about his
I'm not a
shirt.
fan either.
I saw an
I
article
saw a lot of
about
funny
his shirt.
things about his
Yeah,
shirt.
it was pretty funny
Comparing
'cause
it to like curtains and stuff.
Curtains,
Yes.
pillows, chairs. You know, it might not have been the best wardrobe.
But I also feel like a lot of
But-
these celebrities do things on purpose to
Yes.
get more attention.
And Lady
to,
Gaga with the
you
meat dress
know.
and stuff like that. There's another one. When
I
she
read a
performed,
really interesting story about the meat dress, that she was doing it to raise awareness to, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but some kind of awareness. I thought it
Hawaiian
had to do
pizza?
with veterans, but I don't want to be wrong.
It could be, but again,
I was
it's
actually
just, you know,
very against the meat dress. I thought it was really shitty, and I thought it was a waste of meat until I heard that she had some kind of reasoning for it, other than like, hey, look at me and this disgusting thing I'm doing.
You know, I defend her a lot too. When she put on,
I love Lady Gaga.
She did the Super Bowl performance. She's a phenomenal talent, and she was coming down and whatever. And remember they were calling her fat. I would love to see pictures of the people that called her fat, because I bet you they're probably all 300-pound plus people sitting there picking their belly button, going, "Look at how fat Lady Gaga is." Yeah, bullshit. You wish you were as fat as
That's
her.
my favorite thing, though, when like people insult other people's looks, and then you look at them and they're vile.
Yes.
It's like, that's not fair. And people are very sensitive about their appearance, and it can really damage somebody's self-esteem. And then you have this person that thinks they're hot as shit. That's like disgusting.
And again, these performers put themselves out there, their emotions and everything out there, their whole lives for your entertainment, and then the only thing you can do is trash them for it. You know, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, people that trash other people hate themselves.
Yes, it's more a reflection of them than the person they're attacking.
Right.
Because if you don't like it, just like the pizza, don't listen. Turn it off. Go, hey, I hate Maroon 5. I'm going to change to the Puppy Bowl or whatever the hell's on
Yeah,
else during the halftime.
Can't
They can't do it.
be
They have to sit there.
adults
They
that
have to sit there
way.
and be offended by it and then attack somebody.
I tell you, the more people obviously like them than hate them because they got paid $500,000 to donate it to charity to do that.
Right.
Right.
You know, yeah, I know the other one, Cardi B turned it down, and this one.
And
But-
again, they turn it down for their own self-promotion a lot of times too.
Exactly.
One of the best though was when the NFL asked Adele to perform at the halftime, and she goes, "Why?" Because who's going to want to hear me? It's an exciting sports game. I forget exactly what she said, because nobody's tuning into the Super Bowl and want to hear my type of songs. I'm not the type of the artist for that, so she turned it down. And I agree with her.
Yeah.
She's not a Super Bowl artist. You want someone upbeat. Like, I thought one of the best performances was Prince, when Prince was on there, because it was electrifying, it was rocking, you put the thing on.
I'll give you that one. I enjoyed that one too.
Right. Lady
with-
Gaga was phenomenal. She was
Lady
out there.
Gaga
She
was
was all over the
great,
place.
yeah.
When you know, any
You need that
energetic
energy.
person.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll find. Nobody wants to see that in the middle of
Yeah,
the
I agree
Super
with
Bowl.
that.
So then they were embarrassed by it. So the NFL goes, "We never asked her to be on." So get over it. Everybody needs to just stop. But there's one thing we all, I think, can agree on. We all hate the Patriots.
I don't hate the Patriots.
You know,
I don't
it's
fucking care.
enough. No, to be fair, I really don't hate the Patriots either, but it
Why
is
does
getting
everybody
boring.
hate Tom Brady?
I'll tell you why. Because he is too good, and that's what happens. Whenever someone's too good, you always got to try to take him down, just like we're talking about with Lady Gaga and whatever. And he had, now this is his 6th championship ring, so he now has the Infinity Gauntlet. He's ready to rule the world. Be careful if he snaps his fingers. But if you don't realize, I know you're not really a big football fan.
No, not at all.
But the fact that he has 6 rings is amazing, because the Patriots now tied the Steelers for the most Super Bowl wins. The entire Steelers franchise has won 6 times. Tom Brady won all 6 of those championships with the Patriots. So you take Tom Brady off the team, Patriots might not have any.
They might suck, yeah.
So the fact that he's done that, and he's done it having good days and he's done it having bad days. Yesterday, honestly, was not a good day for Tom Brady. It was not Tom Brady at his best. He started out with an interception. I didn't get to watch the whole game, but he didn't. There was nothing spectacular. He had one good drive at the end, which led to the touchdown, which ultimately won the game for him. But keep one thing in mind. Everyone who wants to attack Tom Brady for the game last night, the Rams scored 3 points. 3.
And
You're not beating anybody with a field goal
They
in the
couldn't
Super
even
Bowl.
get first downs.
No.
Now, if I could chime in for a second.
absolutely.
Please, yeah.
I like baseball is more my sport than I
like
follow.
baseball.
And one of the rules they have is if you get a performance-enhancing drug suspension, you are not allowed to participate in the postseason.
Okay.
And the MVP of the game last night was in a 4-game drug suspension in the beginning of the season. So I guess, you know, for the young kids coming up and listening and watching it, it's kind of okay. But don't get me wrong, you know, if you told me, hey, Jay, we're going to shoot you up with a couple steroids, you're going to go play on the Patriots and you're going to get $20-30 million, sign me up, let's go in the bathroom,
Right.
shoot me up right now. But I guess it sends the wrong message to the kids, and I get that.
And baseball and football have been marred with drug. And when I
feel
say
like
drug
every
performance,
every
it's drug.
sport.
Mainly those two, because they're the biggest money-making sports. So
Yep.
you hear more with there. But I agree with you with that, and it's true. The Patriots have been caught cheating. They've been stealing playbooks. If you go back to the Super Bowl where Brady was deflating or knew about the balls being deflated, he was suspended for 4 games. They fought it. Somehow the Supreme Court got involved and pushed his suspension off an entire year.
Yep.
So now the Patriots team had an entire year to train the backup to be the starter and the third string to be the backup. So by the time all was said and done, they went 3-1 without Brady. It did nothing for them.
Yeah, if those are the sports that have the most money involved, that's why they can
That's
get
where
away
you
with
get the
these
most-
things.
yeah.
Right.
And it's true. If you're the best, you get away with the most. Jordan got away with a lot. Gretzky got away with a lot. Almost every Yankee got away with a lot, you know.
Yep.
It's just how it is. And just the reason why the people hate the Patriots is the same reason why most people outside of New York hate the Yankees.
Yep.
They're always in. They always win. I'm tired of always seeing them there. Which they still say about the Yankees, which isn't even, when was the last time the Yankees won?
Oh,
It's been
no,
a long
yeah,
time.
don't talk
And they're
about
making
that.
it seem, but they're making it seem like every year the Yankees are winning, they win. No, they're not. And before '09, what was it, 2000?
2001. Yeah,
Oh,
no, 2000.
2000 against the Mets, yeah.
Yep.
So they're going to hate whoever's the first, whoever's the best. And right now, the New England teams are the best. You know, the Red Sox have been putting a good run on, you know. So give credit where credit's due. Brady is going to go down as the greatest of all time as a quarterback.
He should.
And he should, because even though he might not have a good game, he always finds a way to win at the end. And you can say, all right, last year he cost him the game with the fumble, and he did, but he still got more than anybody else has. So
I agree.
And he's been doing it for 18 years.
And he wasn't.
That's a long time.
He wasn't a number one pick. He wasn't that, highlight guy. He's worked at it, and he's become good.
And I know he was hated on his team for a little bit too, because he took Bledsoe's spot for an injury,
Yep.
which it was an unwritten rule. You don't lose your starting spot for an injury, but they saw something in him. And his first year, he wasn't impressive number-wise, but he was a real good guy with the trick plays, and just, again, he found ways to win. You know, he might get one touchdown and 130 yards for the game, but he won. That's
like
not
another
great
language
stats.
to me.
You know, if you in the beginning years, if you wouldn't pick Tom Brady as fantasy quarterback, but in the later years, you'd be stupid not to.
Absolutely.
So,
And I like one thing I like about them is he spreads it around.
yeah.
He's not okay, I'm going to just give it to this guy. He spreads it to everyone. Yesterday he gave a lot to Edelman, but he was the only guy getting open.
Right.
And
Because Edelman was, maybe it is the PEDs,
he's
but
a tiny
he was
guy.
pushing through.
He's a tiny guy, too.
He was playing very strong.
Yep.
So, and you know, they've had good teams and bad teams over the year, but one thing New England's always had is a great offensive line.
Absolutely.
You know, if you put Brady on the Jets during the Jets' bad years, he would have sucked there too, like Brett Favre and everybody else did.
Yep.
But they're smart. They know if they have a good offensive line, they're going to win games. And their defense was the star of the show to me yesterday, because again, they were waiting for this big shootout, a big high-scoring game. It was 13-3. Again, the Rams scored 3 points. You can't blame Edelman. You can't blame Brady.
Nope.
You got to score.
Not going to win the Super Bowl with one,
No,
one
not one field goal. But I lost, much like the rest of the country did. I didn't win anything. No money for me.
I didn't win either.
What do you got to do?
So maybe Frank will buy the pizza for us,
Yeah, I don't know, Frank or Larry, if you guys want any money, the
No,
pizza's
Frank
on
can't
you.
buy it because then it'll be all Hawaiian.
No, I'm okay with that.
But I'm not.
No, he already said we could agree on garlic, and we'll just reset neutral zone. So what else is going on?
That's
Yeah,
about
chat.
it. Trying to make the world fat people friendly, one joke at a time, and trying to spread awareness.
Actually, yeah, because we did touch on it. We did talk about. You want to talk about how you actually came up with Fat Lives Matter and the idea for the shirt?
I just life in general. When you're fat, it doesn't matter. No matter what happens, it's always blamed on the fat guy. So I just wanted to bring awareness to being fat. I'm comfortable with being fat. Not that I want to be fat. I'd love to be in shape. Tom Brady, Edelman, whatever. But this is the way God made me. I'm going to break a couple chairs. I'm not going to fit in a couple chairs. And I'm okay with it. But there's a lot of people out there that are not okay with it. So I'd rather you make fun of me, laugh with me, and be nice to those other fat people that can't handle it.
That makes sense. And good things happen because you couldn't fit in certain chairs. You had to sit up front at the basketball game, which got you noticed, right?
That's it.
So
that's
right?
what I said.
It's
I said I
true.
couldn't fit in any other chair in the
I'm
arena.
a big believer that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't want like I said, I was born 5 pounds 7 ounces. This is what I turned into. I'm sure I ate a lot of bad things on the way there, but if I could be skinny, I would. And I don't want to. Why should I starve myself and be miserable?
I'm a big believer in like life is short, enjoy it.
Right.
I'm a thin person. This is just I could eat whatever I want and I don't gain weight, and that's actually a problem for me. Like I wish I could gain weight. It bothers me that I feel like Skeletor a lot.
You're on the other side of it because skinny people get attacked and then it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, girl, eat a sandwich. You see that all the time.
I had a little
Why?
girl, and after I had my daughter, I bounced back immediately. I also got very, very sick in between that. Was hospitalized and whatnot, which I think led to me losing so much weight. And, you know, everybody be like, oh my God, I hate you. You're so skinny. Why can't that happen to me? I'm like, well, I almost died. So, you know, whatever you want to sacrifice, go for it. But I wish I could gain weight. I meet a lot of people that are so unhappy with themselves that they ridicule whether you're too thin, whether you're too fat. It doesn't matter. They're unhappy either way, you know?
And I'm going to stand up for the too thin people right now because, again, like I said, you know, someone fat shames someone, they get attacked for it. It's like, oh, who are you to say that? But again, when you say, like, I hear the Victoria's Secret models all the time get trashed. Oh, they need to eat a sandwich. Maybe they do. Maybe they just got good genes. Maybe they work out a lot. Maybe they're in the gym 15 hours a day. You know, who knows how hard they're working at it and what business is it?
Well, that's the thing, too. You don't know what people do or why people are the way they are. You know, for me, as long as you're a good person at your core, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you believe. As long as you're a good person, you're cool in my book. You know, but everybody else, and I really do believe it stems with how they look at themselves, is what they push on other people. Well, I hate myself because I think I'm this, that, and the other thing, but I'm going to put all the attention on this fat person or this overly skinny person. That way they think everybody's looking at someone else and not ridiculing them.
And you
which
know, when
is
people
shitty.
bring up health, sometimes you could look like you're in shape and be very unhealthy too.
I was very unhealthy for a long time from being sick, and everybody thought that I looked amazing. I did not feel amazing, you know, so.
And then you take someone like Edelman, right? The guy's taking all these drugs and everything. Is he healthy?
Probably not.
You know, he might look great, he might feel great.
I mean,
but a
I'm
lot of
fat.
these guys have a 10-year lifespan when
good?
it comes to sports.
I feel okay. I mean, getting out of bed's a little rough. Walking up the stairs at the end of the night's a little rough, but my blood pressure's normal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're an anomaly in the fact that you don't fit the fat guy standard of this is too high, that's too high, that's too
Yeah,
low.
I'm pretty good, thank God.
His
Knock on
numbers
wood, I
are
want to
okay.
keep it that way, but you know, I don't eat the best, and you know,
But you know
some people get high going to the gym. That doesn't happen for me. I hate
Right.
it. It's torture. I get high in the car, you know.
I mean, I'm not happy the way I am, and I do want to get back in shape, and Jen knows, and other people know.
But that's.
But my schedule is crazy, and it's not a reason. It's an excuse.
Right, but
because I could do more about it.
that's what you want for yourself.
yeah.
You know, if you're happy with who you are exactly the way you are, and if you would be happier eating this over that, you know, this year I lost a lot of friends unexpectedly, and it really put a different perspective on life for me. And I really think that you should just enjoy every day the way you want, and as long as you're healthy. But at the same time, it's none of my fucking business if you want to live an unhealthy lifestyle. You know, as long as you're happy and not hurting anybody else, who am I to say? You know, it's tough.
I just love when the person comes out with the cigarette hanging out of their mouth and their gin telling you how unhealthy your life is because you eat meat. Or
Everybody does something unhealthy. Everybody has a vice. Everybody has a vice, and it could be anything. You know,
It's like that old saying, like if I drop 200 pounds, I'll walk out on the curb and get hit by a bus. You know, like, but don't worry, if you do gain more weight, I have a couple double X's, 3X's. You know, I've always hoped
I think
to
I'm
get
already
back
in the double X.
so I could, you know, give you some
category.
hand-me-downs. That the only thing is, you don't get like, you know, I don't have rock and roll T-shirts. I know you're a big rock and roll guy, and the Fat and Long store really doesn't sell a lot of those. You know, you get a couple nowadays.
That's right. I got to lose weight to fit into my wardrobe again. Working my way out, but
just buy new ones. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I have boxes of those. Yeah, I'm gonna fit into those one day. Yeah, sure.
I feel like everybody does, regardless of what side of the spectrum you're on.
See, I piss a lot of people off because for whatever reason, I did have the ability to lose weight very quickly, which was a bad thing because I could put on 50 pounds, 60 pounds, and then drop it like that. So I never cared about watching too much what I ate because I knew if it really came down to it, I could lose it again. Then working overnights and getting older and this metabolism changes.
Life. That's
now
life.
I can't drop it like that anymore. So now it's like, uh-oh. You know,
I get
now
a
it's
lot of
not going
people-
down like it used to.
A lot of people say to me, like, you know, especially when I was younger, like, enjoy it now, 10 years from now. Like, a lot of jealousy, like, you know, one day you won't look like this. And you know what? Fuck it. Either way, I'm not going to look like this 10 years from now anyway. So what does it matter? Why do you care? You know, like...
When I was doing the radio show with Billy Mira and Larry, the Billy and Blue Collar Larry show, they decided to have a weight loss contest. I destroyed everybody on that show. Everybody. I lost 20 pounds in 9 days.
Jesus.
But it was healthy because what was ironic about it is I just had a checkup beforehand, and I had to go for a follow-up, and they looked at me and they said, "You okay?" And they checked my weight again. They said, "Oh, no, that's not good." And they ran all these blood tests on me again. And then when I came back, they're like, I don't believe this. Like, all the blood work came back better. And they're like, well, I don't know what you did, but don't lose weight that fast. It's not healthy and all that. I'm like, all right, so you just tell me I was too fat. Now I lost weight too fast. Make up your mind. But
They don't know.
I did have it like that, and now it's not there anymore.
Can
so.
I ask you a question, Mr. Risa? How much weight did you gain while you were pregnant?
I think about 35 pounds.
And right off, back right bounce.
Almost immediately. Yeah.
It's a tough life when you gain weight, you know?
It was, being pregnant was super hard on me. I was sick my entire pregnancy. Like, I was bartending still, and I would drive to work, excuse myself to the bathroom, get sick, clean up, and bartend. And it was hard. And I actually was worried for the health of my daughter. I was like, I'm throwing up so much. How am I going to, gain weight for her? And then I still gained weight, and I dropped it almost immediately.
Well, when my sister-in-law was pregnant with her first child, my nephew, she's like, "Jay, don't get mad, but I got to ask you a question. How do you reach those areas?" So I'm like, "It's all about angles, girl. That little soap dish in the shower, it's not only there for the soap. You got to put your leg up on it and get in there, you know?"
It was, I've always been the same size, give or take. So it was very hard for me being pregnant, especially towards the end. We live in a small apartment. We have a very small shower. And I did learn to maneuver in ways I never thought. I've always also been very flexible. And when you're pregnant, you're not flexible anymore. So it was interesting, for sure.
I will say, too, though, you didn't eat bad.
I never ate bad, no.
And again, if you want to do it and use it as the excuse, go for it. I'm not one to judge, but a lot of pregnant women go, "Oh, I'm eating for two." Well, no, you're not eating for two 150-pound people, because one's, a couple pounds and the other one's whatever.
I crave
and it
raspberries.
Doesn't mean you have to get a half gallon of ice cream and pour, Hershey syrup on it and eat it while you're putting cocoa pebbles and everything else. You don't have to eat that way.
Right.
You want to go for it, but you didn't do that. You
No,
never
I
did.
didn't.
You still ate healthy.
Well, I hate being nauseous. That's I do not like vomiting. I can't handle nausea at all. Like, that's my one, if I was a superhero and I got nauseous, I'm done. That's my kryptonite. So I made sure to eat things or avoid things that I knew I wasn't going to get sick.
Right.
And I always ate well because I don't like feeling like shit. Once in a while I'll treat myself to fast food. I love Taco Bell, but I don't like that feeling like shit after.
Right.
So,
but I told you,
well,
I said you were going to lose it quick.
I lost it very.
You
You
didn't
did.
get fat. You got baby weight.
I
If you were
lost it
sitting there
very.
eating
Yeah, but you know what sucks? I lost
cheeseburgers
it in,
and
the
this,
spots
that, and
where
the
you
other thing,
don't
I would
want
have
to
said,
lose
all right,
it.
maybe you'll take you a little while. But like I said, she still ate healthy, and she didn't eat two full-size
Well, you had to hear all the
portions of
shit
food.
that I got when I was pregnant from
I'm
women.
sure.
Oh my God, this is your first, right? You look way too good. You're not going to look like that on the second. I heard, and it really would hurt my feeling because
I got that when I quit smoking, because it's 9 years now for me,
Nice.
and I have no urge to go back. But when I first quit, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I quit for a couple of years too. You'll see, you'll go back too."
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Just haters.
Just because you have no willpower doesn't mean I don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people quit and quit forever.
I have a buddy of mine, I'm not going to name him, but he quit drinking for personal reasons, but he'd still come to the bar and visit his friends and buy, dinner, lunch, whatever, but not drink. And all the other bartenders would fuck with him and be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll see you soon, keep counting down, can't wait till you're off the..." Yeah, the fact that he was still supporting your ass and coming to visit you should have shut your mouth. But everybody else missed their drinking buddy. Everybody else missed the fact that they couldn't do that, or were pissed that they couldn't do that. People suck.
But unfortunately, we're out of time. How can they reach you again, Jay?
Fat Jay's World on Instagram.
He's tagged
and,
on our Instagram.
Jay Christopher on Facebook.
And don't forget to come out to see me February 7th at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club. What's your next gig?
Saturday at the Onyx Theater, and next Friday at Round 2 in Bohemia for Paul Bond's Adoption Center.
Please go.
Awesome.
Please
Definitely support the animals, and tune in next week. We'll see you then. And don't forget Frank Zambuta and Kayla Logistics. Goodbye.